5 myths Northerners may have about moving to Bluffton, South Carolina. Why do I know these myths exist? I speak to a lot of people that are interested in coming to the area.
You don't say.
Plus, we moved from New York to Bluffton, South Carolina. So I have the inside scoop.
You don't say.
When I said New York, did you think of this one? Actually, it was this part of New York that we were in, which is why the first myth actually makes me laugh. Because it's what my kids thought moving to the South was going to be like.
Gloom, despair, and agony on me. Deep dark depression, excessive misery.
Oh, the drama. You would have thought that they were being dragged to the middle of nowhere when we talked about moving to Bluffton, South Carolina. Oh yes, they thought it was all country, farmlands, the wild, wild west. I have no idea. Which actually makes me really laugh because we were from the Mid-Hudson Valley of New York and there is more farmlands than there is here in Bluffton. Bluffton is a highly desirable coastal town right outside of the famous Hilton Head Island. Hilton Head Island attracts millions of visitors each year, and there's a lot of money that gets invested into this area. There are master plans to build up Bluffton to attract visitors while retaining its natural, historic, and coastal beauty. As a result of this growth, there is a lot of planned communities, a lot of new build developments. These communities have great amenities. There's up-and-coming restaurants and retail, and of course we have the historically preserved area of Old Town Bluffton, which is right on the May River. Needless to say, my kids are very happy that they can experience this rather than being stuck in the middle of nowhere like they initially thought. Not that there's anything wrong with living out in the country, it just wasn't what we were looking for. Myth number 2. So this one was so not me. I was happy to get rid of the harsh cold. However, some people may say, I miss the change of seasons. I'm happy to tell you we do get the change of seasons here in Bluffton. In October, when this is being recorded, you will have winter overnight, spring in the morning, summer in the afternoon, fall in the evening. So you do get all 4 seasons, you just may get them in one day. Contrary to what some people think, we do get the change of seasons here. July and August are the hottest. September through November, even December, think of it like an extended fall. January, you can consider our winter. And then February through June, it starts getting back to, think of it like an extended spring. I have heard 2 ways to describe the same phenomenon that happens with people coming from New York down south. They'll go all the way to Florida and then boomerang back up into South Carolina. I've also heard them described as halfbacks. They go all the way down and come halfway back up and land in South Carolina because of the more temperate, moderate climate that we have here, albeit subtropical. It does get cooler in the fall and the winter months. We have it. Myth number 2 is busted. We do in fact have a change of seasons. My biggest suggestion is to come visit this time of year, see if you like it. Also hop on some of the Facebook groups for Hilton Head and Bluffton. There's chatter people have about the weather when they are coming to visit at any particular time of the year. Here we go, myth number 3, and it's somewhat related to the last one that we spoke about. The holidays just won't be the same down south. I agree, they're not, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're inferior, and here's why. There is going to be a lot of beautiful light displays in the area, and it is also very rich in culture and arts. So there are a lot of really cool performances and festivals that go on, and because of the mild temperatures, it really allows you to get out there and to enjoy them. One of Bluffton's most popular events is in fact the Christmas parade. Now last year it was 70 degrees. Now you may say, hey, that's not very Christmas or holiday-like, and I have to tell you, it was amazing. I can't tell you how many times we've been spectators in parades in New York and you just are freezing and not enjoying it. I understand the occasional winter scene up north, makes it look like a postcard when you have the beautiful snow. Usually you're out and about dealing with this stuff. Number 3, I think, is really kind of busted there because it's very holiday-like and festive, even without the cold. Myth number 4, we want a home on a couple of acres with lots of privacy. Should be easy, right? So this one may be difficult for some to wrap their head around. It was a little challenging for us. Town is made up of over 90% of planned unit developments or communities that are HOAs. That means there's predetermined lot sizes. Often the homes and the style of homes are predetermined or semi-customizable. Some of the older communities you might find more mature landscaping, slightly larger lot sizes, but a lot of new build developments here, and you'll see that the lot sizes get smaller as you get into the newer communities. This is a coastal town and the property is highly sought after. Developers have spoken for much of it, but I have to say these communities around are really amazing. Some have resort-style amenities, some are equestrian-based, some are water-culture-based, some are golf communities. There are various 55-plus communities that have award-winning amenities and recreational programs. So there's really something for everybody if you are looking for an active lifestyle. So if you're looking to downsize your home or your property and you want to get to a place where you really can just enjoy the amenities and the area and an active lifestyle without worrying about maintaining property, this may actually be a really good fit for you. You can find lots that have visual privacy without obviously having land. So it's all about how it's situated. But if it's something you don't want, I can point you to some other areas surrounding Bluffton that you'll be more likely to find properties without HOA. If your budget allows, there are some communities that are more upscale that have a lot more property for the homes, but of course that comes at a premium. So there you go, myth number 4, you're coming to the south to get a lot more property here in Bluffton. Unless of course money's not an object, I have to bust that myth. Myth number 5, and probably the biggest. I'm not going to say the best, but you do need to hear it because I know we did when we were looking to move here. Often when you live in northern states that are super expensive to live in, the perception, or should I say misconception, is that anything down south is going to be dirt cheap. That is not the case when it comes to coastal towns. The further inland you go, you may be able to find those homes, not so much here in Bluffton. I have often heard we want at least 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 baths. We don't want to make any updates to it. We want privacy, and our budget is $250,000.
Right.
No more than $350,000. Oh, and we want to be near the ocean. Remember, this is a coastal town and it's highly sought after. There is a wide range of communities. You may have some communities that have less amenities. They might have smaller size homes. And then you could have some really upscale exclusive communities, and they all range between home prices as well as the HOA fees. People are coming into the area and home prices have increased considerably. The median home price is $469,000. So you do have some on the lower end and then you have many on the upper end as well. You may need to make some adjustments in the way of thinking, but here's the biggest benefit to you coming from the northern states, and this is what may make the difference in how much house you can afford, and it is the savings in the taxes. Here in Beaufort County, if you are coming in as a primary residence, your savings in taxes can be considerable, especially compared to New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and some of the other states that you may be coming from. Your equity coming from a home up in a northern state, it's only going to make your monthly payments much, much better. And that will allow you to perhaps search for home prices that are higher than you initially thought you could consider. So there you have it, myth number 5. The housing prices may be a little higher than you thought here in Bluffton. The taxes may be enough of a savings to change your mind about your home price budget. Watch this video next about Bluffton. Where is it and why we were so shocked we did not hear about it sooner.